Let's take a look at how it is we analyze results after you have completed scoring the risk categories. So again, each of the risk appraisal points are represented by these bar charts. We add up the risk categories' net risk score by adding up each risk appraisal to give us an overall score down here. We represent the relative risk score by these Harvey balls. To do this, I'm going to split the screen. To split the screen, you just need to put your cursor where you want the split to occur. Vid, view, split. Now, as I scroll, you'll see that the columns slide behind the titles so I can still see the titles. So here's a good place for us to go. You can see if we add up the scores from the risk appraisals under internal availability, we end up with a 3/4 Harvey ball. For capacity, it's a completely black Harvey ball. Complexity is white, 1/4, half, and so forth. So the more black there is, the higher the risk quintile. There's 5 categories. So internal capacity being completely black means its score is in the top 20% of the highest potential risks from the scoring that's been done. Internal availability with a 3/4 Harvey ball means that it's in the second quintile. In other words, it's between 60 and 80% of 60% of the risks are lower than that is 20% or higher. So these two areas have significant risk, and we need to make sure are covered off in the risk register. Where there's a half and a quarter, you may determine where your personal threshold is or your organization threshold is, but the net is these may not be necessarily covered in the first pass of putting together your risk register. So thing one to look at is where the highest risk by category exists to make sure that's covered off. Now if I continue to scroll to the right, what you'll see is we can also add up horizontally or by strategic objective. So in this case, if we look by strategic objective, the highest risk is within continuous improvement with a black Harvey ball, and then great service and quality product are in the second quintile. What we can also take a look at, finally, is where there are individual risk appraisals which have a significant score and therefore we need to consider in the risk register. So again, there's 3 categories: where the risk category itself is significant, where the strategic objective has significant risk, or where there's individual specific risk appraisal issues. So I'm just going to remove the view, and we're going to now take a look at the risk register. Those 3 categories are covered over to the risk register. Now this has data in it already, but over in the top area here, you can see that we've been able to bring forward what are the significant risks that we need to pay attention to. So the top 20 risk categories, the top 3 strategic objectives in this case, and the top specific risk appraisal points, which we give you the coordinates. So this is the supplies category in the objective quality product and so forth. So that allows you to begin considering the next step, where it is you need to be identifying risks to go into your register.